Aloha and welcome to Upside Down Pilates. My name's Lisa Orrick and with me today is Mr. Herman and Herman's foot. Today we are going to continue on with our sequence for right to left asymmetries using the Proprioceptive T-Bar and our wonderful Konnector back here. These are great exercises for people who have scoliosis, have had some sort of an injury, a hip replacement, a stroke, a knee replacement, anything like that where you need to reincorporate the limbs back into the center and balance yourself out. This is one of the best places to do it. But first, let's do our anatomy minute. Today we are doing the interossei of the feet. So we have on the bottom of our feet and on the top of our feet, interossei muscles. This is called plantar interossei. So you can think of plantar side of the foot as you're going to plant a seed with your toe. So that's the bottom of the foot. And these little muscles help to squeeze the toes together and help to create a solid stance with your foot. And then it helps to make sure that your foot just doesn't go and fall all the way apart. It helps to keep the integrity of the arch of your foot. And then on the top, you have the dorsal interossei. So you can think of the dorsal side of your foot as like you have a dorsal fin, and then you're going to go through the water like a little shark with the dorsal fin. All right? So that's the top part of our foot. And then these little muscles go in between each one of the bones, and they're the webbing in between our little bones. All right, and again, it helps to squeeze the bones together, and then it helps to control from the foot flattening out too far. So these are great muscles to keep nice and strong, to help keep your feet nice and strong and happy. And let's put Herman away and get into our Konnector. So let me move Herman's leg off to the side here. And we are going to do some leg work with our Konnector. I'm going to put on about 1.5 springs, so a blue and a red. If you have the Balanced Body Reformer, you could also do a green. And if you're using a different kind of reformer spring, it's about 1 and then a half tension. All right. So we're going to lie down. And like I said, if you have the T-bar in, it's best to navigate when you put your feet on the platform to bring yourself down. And when you pull these up, right now we're just going to do one at a time. These have little tri-loops, which I think are really wonderful. So you want to separate the tri-loop before you try to put this on your foot, all right? And I'm going to pull the other one up. And then we're going to separate, and you pull it down. So the tri-loop part goes around your ankle. And we're going to give it a little tug. And if you can slide them both in at the same time. You may have to put your foot down on the platform if you need to. But the tri-loops make it really wonderful so that you can easy point and flex and not lose your straps. All right, I'm going to shimmy down a little bit. And we're going to start. We're going to hollow our abs into imprint, and we're just going to keep imprint the whole time. You can go to full range if you want and bring your knees all the way in and all the way out. I'm going to start about here today for the first set. Feet are flexed. Think about your feet are up against a wall while you're here. Big inhale. Exhale, you're just going to press out and point the toes. And then inhale, bend in and flex the feet. Press out and point the toes. So we're doing both feet together at the same time right now. 3. And you want to try and keep right in your runway here so you don't drive off the road. 4. And inhale, bring it in. 1 more. 5. Now we're going to bring it in, and we're just going to use the right leg. 1. And then draw it back. And you're going to try and meet even for this first set. 2. Draw it back. 3. Draw it back. 4. Draw it back. 1 more time, please. Point, and then flex it back. Let's use our left leg. Point, flex it back. And point, flex it back. Exhale, reach. Inhale, return. 2 more. Exhale, reach. Inhale, return. 1 more. Exhale, reach. Inhale, return. All right, now we're going to pass in the night. So you're going to bend the left knee in as the right leg goes out, and you can get a little more flexion if you like. A 1 and a 1 and a 2. And if you do it even, the carriage will stay nice and still. 3, 3, 4, 4, and a 5. We're going for 10 and a 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, and 9 and 10. Oh yes, 10. Very good. All right, now we're going to bring it back together and we're going to turn out just a baby V. So heels together, toes apart. You do not have to be in your biggest turnout that you've ever had. We're just going to go about as wide as your shoulders right now. Big inhale. Exhale. Same thing. Press it out and point. And now if you want to go to full range, you can bring it all the way in and all the way out. But I'm just going to go about right here. 3. 2 more. 4. 1 more. 5. All right, we're going to stay in the middle. And now just the right leg goes. 1. Now for some people, it's really hard to stay turned out with one leg. 2. So think about rotating that hip bone right in the hip socket. 3. Turning the knee out to the side as you go. 4. And 5. Let's go to the left leg. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. Now we're going to pass in the night. Here we go. 1 and a 1. And you can go to full range. 2. Bring it in as much as you want. 3. We're doing 10. 3 and a 4. A 4. A 5 and 5. 6. 6. 7. 7. 8. 8 and a 9. A 9 and a 10 and a 10. Very good. All right, bend those knees in. Give yourself a little break. And then we're going to go ahead and take our straps off our feet. Bring the carriage all the way to rest. You can put your feet down on the platform. And then you're going to take those loops and put it right on those silver posts. And we can take ourselves a little break. All right, we're going to move into some long box using our Konnector. So I've put my long box on, and we're just going to get on up here. And these are always fun to get on when you're on a elevated reformer. So you're going to press yourself up. We always want to do open hip. And you can always use a little step stool or another box to step on if you need to. B.O.B., boobs off the box. Squeeze the legs tight together and point your toes. You're going to reach forward and grab those top straps off, hopefully. And for this one, we're going to hold on right here just below the little D. All right? We're going to squeeze everything together. You're going to go down and look down towards the box. And then we're just going to pull back and we'll go in one straight long line today. And then you're going to round back forward to the box. 2. And then round it back forward. 3. And round it back forward. 4. And round it back forward. 5. Now here's where it gets fun. Just the right arm. Pull it up. 1. And then come back down. Pull it up. 2. And come back down. Keep those legs tight together. Pull it up. 3. And come back down. Pull it up. 4. And come back down. Pull it up. 5. That was so fun. Let's do the other arm. 1. Control it down. 2. Control it down. 3. And down. 4. And down. 1 more. 5. And down. Now we're going to pass in the night. So the right can go back. You're going to stay one long line. And now you're going to change. A 1. 1. 2. 2. 3. 3. 4. 4, one more time, 5, and 5. And go ahead and bring it on down. All right. Woo, that's a workout, kids. All right, we're gonna do one more, but give yourself a little break. You can come up onto the box into child's pose if you want. I'm just gonna hang out here for a minute. Now, bring our legs back together. Arms are gonna go down, and we're gonna pull to one long line. Now we're just gonna bend the elbows. Keep the clavicles open. 1, so make sure we don't start rounding forward with our shoulders. 2, keep those legs tight, toes pointed. 3, 4, 5. Now just the right arm. 1. Oh yes. 2, bring it back. 3, head is out and away. 4, one more time for fun. 5, we do the left. 1, my left is weaker than my right. 2, this is even more fun. 3, bring it back. 4, bring it back. 5, now we're going to take our little pass in the night. Right and a left. 2, 2, just 5. 3, 3, 4, 4, and 5. Oh yes, 5. Very good. Bring this all the way down. You're going to put your short loops right on your little silver posts and then come on off. And let's do a little stretch here. You can just place your hands and reach your hips back, and you can let your shoulders rise up and down a little bit and get a little stretch in your shoulders and all those muscles that we just worked. Very good. Let's take a little break. If that wasn't fun enough, we're going to now face the other way and push with our arms, okay? So we're going to use the Proprioceptive T-Bar again. Remember, it goes this way and this way. And so we're going to use our arms and try and use them equally each side. This can be tricky for people who have wrist issues, so this might not work for you, but we're going to have some fun today and give it a shot. Same thing, open hip. You're going to hop yourself on here. Use a little step stool if you need to, or another box. Squeeze the legs together, and you're going to have, I have a blue spring or a half spring on. Hands go right here. Now I put the hands so that I can press with my fingers and press back with the heels of my hands evenly. All right? And you can think of almost like you're going to squeeze them together gently, like we're working those interossei that we had in our feet, but we also have them in our hands. Squeeze the legs tight together. Big inhale, and exhale. You're just going to press it out as much as you can for your flexibility, and then bend it back in. Look straight down. 2, and bend it back in. Try not to press with one side more than the other. 3, and bend it back in. 4, and bend it back in. 5, and bend it back in. We're going to go for 10 if we can. 6, bend it back in. 7, bend it back in. 8, bend it back in. 2 more. 9, bend it back in. 1 more. Now stay out there. Now you're going to try press through the fingertips and then press back through the heels of the hands. And this is more fun than it looks. Press through the fingertips and then press back with the heels of the hands. And again, fingertips, heels of the hands. 2 more. Fingertips, heels of the hands. You're trying to keep your elbows as straight as they'll stay. Fingertips and heels of the hands. Let's try alternating. Press the right forward and now change. 1 and 1. Oh yes. 2 and 2. 3 and 3. 4 and 4. So much fun. 5 and 5. Good. Come back to the center and now try bring it on in. All right. Let's come off here and let's do our stretch again that we did. You're going to shift back, reach your tail out, and let your shoulders rise up. And then draw down. And again, shoulders rise up. And draw down. One more, shoulders rise up. And draw down. Good. All right, let's come up. And now you're going to stretch. Since we had our wrists this way, we're going to go the other way. You're going to grab onto the top of the wrist by the carpal bones, pull down, turn the inside of the elbow up, and bring the palm to you. And just hold here. Breathe gently. And now we're going to do the other side. Pull down, turn the inside of the elbow up, and then bring the palm gently to you. Fantastic. All right, let's take a little breather. Okay, we are going to move into some side lying legs. This is a sequence I love so much. It feels so good. All right, we're going to lie on our side. So I have my headrest to the top, and I'm just doing a red spring or one spring. You can do more or less, whatever your strength is, but we are going to be working on our ankles a little bit. So for most of the average bear, we need it to be a little bit lighter because of the ankle strength. Okay, we're going to lie on your side, and you're going to get your heel in the center of the bar, and you're going to press yourself out. Now, as we're here, you want your head, shoulders, hips, and heel all in one long line. The bottom leg is going to be bent about 90 degrees and pointed. And we're going to start with our knee bent in. When we bend our knee in, you want to go only as far as you can keep the heel on the bar. All right, then we're going to keep this hip forward as well. Press out. Then you're going to press to the ball of the foot, lift the heel. Then you're going to control the heel down and bend the knee in. We're going to press. We're going to lift. We're going to lower and bend it in. This is 3. Press, lift, lower. Now you're working this bottom leg 2, 4, because you have to keep it lifted and engaged. So no relaxing down at that bottom leg. 5. 6, waist is up as normal when we're doing our side lying work. 7, press, lift, lower. 8, press, lift, lower. 9, one more for fun, press, lift, lower. Now you're going to bend in 10 and stay here and lift the heel. 1 and lower. 2 and lower. Keep the carriage still and lower. 4 and lower. 5 and lower. 6, feels so good, lower. 7 and lower, knees stay straight forward. 8, don't let it drop down. 9, last time. 10, now we're going to pulse in. A 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5, smile. 6, 7, 8, 9, oh yes, 10. Very good. All right, bring it in. Now we're going to try roll to our back here. And you can bring your right ankle over the left knee. You can keep your foot on the foot bar. Just let that right hip release a little. Or you can bring it in a little bit and grab onto the shin or the knee and get a little bit different angle of your stretch. Okay, now we're going to flip-a-roo on over to the other side. So here we go. And you're going to line up your head, your shoulders, your hips, and your foot in one long line. Heel is going to go into the middle of your bar the best you can. You can keep your hand on your hip if you want. That will make sure that the hip doesn't rock backwards as you bend that knee. Waist is up the whole time. Bottom leg, toe is pointed, knee is bent. There is energy and life in that leg. All right, here we go. We're going to start bent in and press it out. Lift up onto the ball of the foot. Lower down, bend it in. Press out. Lift. Lower. Bring it in. This is 3. Press. Lift. Lower. Bring it in. 4, press, lift, lower. 5, press, lift, lower with our breath. Here we go. 6, 7, 8, 9, last one, press and lift and lower. Now keep it bent. Make sure the knee doesn't drop down. You want to keep it right up. Keep the hip still. Lift the heel. 1 and lower. And a 2 and lower. Oh yes, 3 and lower. 4 and lower. A 5 and lower. And 6 and lower. 7 and lower. 8 and lower. Feels so good. 9 and lower. And stay up on 10. Pulse it in. A 1 and a 2. Waist is up. 3. You're smiling. 4. A 5. A 6. A 7. A 8. A 9. Oh yes, 10. And bring it on in. Very good. All right. You can go ahead and bring that top leg over that bottom knee. Let that right hip release a little. And then pull that knee in and do a little stretch. And let's take a little break. And it's stretch time. I know you've been waiting for it. All right, let's just take our leg, and you can reach one leg out over the platform. And then you're going to bring the other leg in towards your chest and bend the knee. And you keep energy through that bottom leg nice and long. And let's make a little arc with our knee through space, just to open it up a little bit here. And then you can bring that leg up to the sky. You can grab onto the hamstring. You can grab onto the back of the calf, whatever feels good. And we're going to do a nice flex. Woo! We worked those today. And a point. And a flex. And a point. And a flex. And a point. And let's just do a little circle here. And reverse the circle. And bend that knee in nice and tight. And then reach it out long. And now you can draw that other leg in. And make your little arcs with your leg and your hip socket. And reach that leg up. You can grab the hamstring, you can grab the calf. And we're going to do our flex and our point and our flex and our point and our flex and our point. And we're going to circle. And we're going to go the other way. Very good. Bend that knee in. Bring the other leg up, and let's reach both legs to the sky and just give them a nice big shake. And reach your arms up and give them a nice big shake. And let's relax. And we've made it. I hope you had a good time, and I will see you next time. Thanks so much for joining me today. If you found this information interesting and enlightening and you would like some more, please go to the link or QR code on the screen and you can download my ultimate joint pain eliminator starter kit. You'll also be put on my email newsletter. Each week you'll get a workout, a recipe, one of my favorite products, as well as a quote. So if you want to become part of my ohana, go there and I will see you soon. Aloha.